Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading. I am here with Mega, our saucy little beaver. She's just resting. It's all rainy here, so she's all cozy in her bed with her little kitty. All right, guys, we have a reading for you. I've been feeling a lot of heaviness in the collective, and I know it's because many of the masculines are going through ascension, a lot of tower moments, a lot of dark nights, okay? A lot of epiphanies as well coming through. And naturally, as the divine feminine, you can be picking up on some of this energy, okay? So I just want to send you guys a reminder to self-care. Many of you might need sleep at this time. Some of you could feel very lost or confused. It could feel like cycles are wanting to repeat on the journey. But you are safe, okay? You are loved, you are safe, you are protected by the universe. And when you get into a place of feeling very doubtful or fearful, or lower vibrational energy is, it's trying to tempt you, to be in this gray area, right? It's like, am I on the journey? Am I not on the journey? You know what? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this isn't happening. Like when you guys find yourselves getting into a place like that, it's an energy that comes through and it makes you try to doubt who you are and what it is you know in your heart. So don't let things like that come into your space and try to make you doubt what it is you know and who it is you are on the journey, okay? So it could be in the form of like listening to other readings. Sometimes we might find ourselves looking at our counterpart's life, like whether it's through like social media. There's a lot of illusions out there, and the only time you ever know the truth about what's going on with your twin is when you have direct communication or telepathy with them. But when 3D distractions get in the way, so when you're tempted to look at their social media, the karmic situations as well are not all that they seem. And so you can't really let that be your guide, right? You have to remember to tune back in, and the connection with your counterpart, you will feel it through telepathy. You will get those dreams that you need to connect with the universe rather than connecting with tarot readings. And I'm not saying that all readings are bad and any readers are bad. I'm just saying, like, sometimes when you're in this place, you have to go within, okay? Because the input from others around you, that's what ends up causing a lot of like that confusion or that fearful state. So some of you may need to like hermit for a little bit, okay? And do things that are very fulfilling for your soul right now. Get back into watching old movies that make you laugh, movies that uplift you, listen to music again. You really got to push yourself to get out there and to do something different. Okay, let's see what's coming up here. Okay, so we have separation and longing. Okay, so a lot of you are picking up on your counterpart's energy. They're the ones who are having a hard time with the separation, and they are longing for you. And because they're longing for you, many of you might be, again, feeling that pull, tempted to watch them, tempted to find out what's going on with them. But refrain from doing that, because it will drain you and, again, keep you in this state of confusion. When you're on the twin flame journey, it is like going back to source. Anything you need to know about your connection, you can't find out from a reader. They can only validate things to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, God, the universe, your connection with your higher self, that is what is going to give you the truth about your connection to your twin. Okay, so take a time out, guys. Like, if this message resonates for many of you, this might be a direct sign to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to step away from screen time for a little bit, readings, anything that is trying to help me predict this journey or navigate this journey, and I'm going to focus on myself a little bit. I am going to, garden. I'm going to take walks. I'm going to do some craft projects around the house. Maybe there's some stuff that needs repairing. Maybe your home needs decluttering. Maybe you wanted to move around the furniture in your bedroom. Maybe you wanted to change the bedding, right? Buy yourself a new comforter set. Maybe you wanted to move around the furniture in the living room. Do things like that to occupy your energy and put it to use. And you will see how quickly all of that doubt, that negativity, the fear, all of it will start to dissipate. It'll kind of break apart, fall apart. Okay, but just remember what I've shared in past readings: self-care. Okay, take a warm bath. Doll yourself up. If you're a man, take yourself out. Get a nice shave. Go get a nice hot towel shave. Get a haircut. Go out for a nice jog. And some of you too out there, maybe take yourself out to a nice restaurant that serves like really refreshing, healthy food, like, a nice like salad bar or a juice bar, and do something really good for your body. And that'll help you kind of stay in your own lane and allow your counterpart to really feel the depths of this journey just as much as you did. Okay. We have spy, watching, and inspecting. Again, we had this card come up in yesterday's reading. A lot of that is going on, especially through like karmics as well. They are really trying to figure out the journey as well. And so if your person is intertwined with a karmic partner and you're also feeling the pull, it could be the karmic's energy trying to pull you as well, right? Trying to trigger you, trying to drain you. So that's why it's really important to step away from screen time and, connect with nature again. Get outside, get some fresh air, do something that really emphasizes yourself, okay? What's your person going through right now? Okay, so reunion and soul ties, okay? So they can't get you off their mind. I feel like it's irritating their karmics, which is why the karmics are really trying to, hold on for whatever they can. But this is why it's really important for you guys to disconnect. It's a really good time to trust that everything that's happening is for a reason. The reason the energy feels so heavy with your twin, it's that alone is a sign that you both are connected, right? So if they're on their end pulling your energy in, and many of you can tell because you are drawn to wanting to, like, either you feel like reaching out, you keep seeing their name everywhere, like it's spiritual manipulation. Okay, so you guys gotta like kind of like slap yourself like twice, like like snap yourself out of it and put the focus back into you, okay? Because this is part of the journey that a lot of your counterparts have to go through, and the reason it's getting so heavy is because they feel a soul tie to you, they feel connected to you, they want to be in union with you. And I feel like it's rocking the boat in their life because it's causing a lot of chaos. It's stirring up a lot of chaos. A lot of your masculines too are in a bit of hot water because of their feelings for you, Divine Feminine, but they've got to go through it. That pull is for many of you to come in there and be some kind of safety net. But that's why take care of yourselves, guys. What else is coming through? Okay, so we have memories and we have nostalgia. Okay, so wherever your person is right now, whatever they've been doing, they keep having thoughts of you. Okay, it might just be the way the breeze blows, the smell of the air. They might smell your perfume. They might see someone that looks like you. They might reread your old text messages. The thoughts of you that they're having, it feels like they're right there. They're right there with you, experiencing those moments. And, I've talked about in the last few readings as well, where a lot of your masculines are distracted. I think it was in one of my titles, if you guys want to check it out. But the reason they're distracted is because when you have like memories, or you think about a past memory and then you experience the nostalgia, it's like you need a moment, you know what I mean? So it's like I see a lot of your masculines in social situations where someone's like talking to them and they completely zone out, because not only did they now conjure up this memory here, but it's also mixing in with the feeling of nostalgia, which is like, it's like, wow, this feeling is so beautiful right now, or this memory is so beautiful right now, that it's like your brain shuts off anyone else trying to communicate with you in that moment. So I feel like people are like, hello, like, are you there? Did you hear what I said? And your person's just like blank, like they're quiet. It's because they're in this space, this dreamlike space with their Divine Feminine. And again, anything can trigger this, from like someone walking by, maybe a similar perfume to yours, divine feminine. Someone may walk by that, they might have like hair like yours, or skin like yours, or they might like for a second look like you, or the breeze might blow a certain way, or they might get a certain smell in the air, and it's like all of a sudden it just makes them think about you, or a time where you guys knew each other or used to hang out. And yeah, that's where a lot of this heaviness too is coming from. I'm going to choose one more card from this deck. What else does the masculine want to communicate that they're going through? Okay, so we have change and courage. I feel too like a lot of them are having to have the courage to like send their karmics packing, or send their karmics walking away. And it's tough. Like, it's tough for many of the masculines. It doesn't matter if it's a marriage. It doesn't matter if it's just a relationship. It's tough because I feel like for many of them, they know that they're going to need time to heal. Any relationship that you get out of, you need time to heal. Many times we're on the journey and we think that, when we're in one relationship, oh yeah, we'll get a divorce, we'll separate, we'll break up with that person, and then boom, jump into a relationship with our twin flame. And oftentimes it doesn't always pan out that way, right? Like, everyone has to master solitude, being alone on this journey and feeling comfortable with your own company. And for some of your masculines, especially if this reading resonates, guys, it's a really scary thing. They're terribly afraid of being alone, and that is why many of them stay stuck in these karmic situations. And so they would have to definitely work up the courage to face their independence, their autonomy, and it goes a lot deeper than just being with this karmic, right? They can't even leave this karmic. Like, no, it goes a lot deeper. It goes a lot deeper than that. They're ashamed to tell you that they don't know how to be alone, right? Like, it would kill them. They don't know how to face loneliness. Okay, that's why a lot of your masculines too, like, they always need to have, contact with, some type of like, link that they have. It's because they don't know how to be alone with themselves. They don't know how to enjoy their own company. They don't want to have that inner chat. Like, there's some of you out there who you enjoy being alone. Like, you could be with yourself all day because that inner dialogue that you have with yourself is healthy. But I feel like for a lot of your masculines, they don't want to have that inner dialogue with themselves. And that's exactly what it is many of them are going to have to face. Okay, so that's why some of you feel lost. It's because the universe is preventing you from, going in there to save them from this feeling. And you, on the other hand, as like the empath, you would need to learn how to master this lesson as well. That's why you're tempted to go in there, because you too might feel the loneliness on the journey, right? It's like, how much longer do I have to wait on my counterpart, or how? It's like you have to master that same lesson too, so you can see how the journey can mirror itself. All right, let's go ahead and find out what the universe wants you to know about this connection. Universe, please assist with a message that's best suited for this reader to know, or not for this reader, for the listener. What message is best suited for the listener right now for this journey? Especially if many of you are in a state of, feeling like you're confused on which way to go. Okay, so make each day count. This goes back to the energy I was talking about, where you've got to push yourself and do something different. Live your bliss. Okay, do the things that you want to do, that you like doing, that you enjoy doing. Go out there and push yourselves. Because your person is having to do this as well, just in a different way. They're having to push themselves to release, a lot of karmic people around them that are holding them back from living their authentic life. And they're also having to do things like this, make each day count and live their bliss. But part of living their bliss is to first, the relationships in their life and the karmic people around them, it's going to need like this makeover. I'm hearing like makeover 101. I don't know why I'm seeing 101, like, makeover 101. Like their whole lifestyle is going to have a makeover. For many of you, I feel like that's already happened, right? Like when you're on the spiritual journey, oftentimes you lose the people in your lives because you go through a transformation, right? It's like you shed your old life and now you're here as this new evolved being. You see things in a different way. So naturally, the only person that you feel connected to is your twin flame. But now the universe is asking you to, expand. You've got to put yourself out there as this new person in order to attract new soul family towards you. It's like the universe will meet you 50, but you got to meet them 52, right? So they have all of these beautiful soulful relationships for you to get into, but these people aren't going to find you if you've got a mindset of like, no, I only want to be with my twin, so you don't put yourself out there. So I feel like the universe is trying to help those of you who are listening into this reading to make each day count and get out there, because, there are beautiful soulmates and friends and, people who are wanting to meet you and interact with you and brighten up your day. And oftentimes you guys will find that they are angels in disguise. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a message from the romance angels. Okay, what do they have to say about your twin flame connection? The connection you have to your person, which if you guys are listening and you guys are still, on the journey, you're still feeling guided to click on the readings and, even though it might get foggy sometimes, there's an inner knowing that there is a connection between you and this person, and that, the only thing left to do is to, try to release it and to not control it for once and allow the universe to show you. Okay, so what is the romance angels, what do they want you to know about the truth of your connection with this person? Maybe it's hard to hear, maybe it'll be something that you want to hear, it's something that'll make you happy, or it could just be something that, tough love from the universe, but it's like, maybe I needed to hear that message right now. What do the romance angels want you to know in this very moment about the truth of your connection with this person? Okay, so we have playfulness. Okay, so to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so this is making each day count and living your bliss. That is playfulness. Okay. I feel like many of you could be just bogged down by the journey. I'm hearing, I'm bringing sexy back. Yep. I feel like many of you need your sexy back. Okay. And that's where the self-care comes in, guys. Okay. Like if a lot of you are feeling bogged down by the karmic situations, it feels like you're getting the short end of the stick. It's really time to disconnect and take care of yourself again. Bring sexy back, so that way you are not stuck inside the twin flame box where you're feeling like, man, like, is this it? Like, is this how miserable it can be? Like, I don't want anybody out there feeling like that, because it does have this journey does have the ability to be very beautiful and blissful, but it all depends on where you're at, with your own mind and how well it is you care for yourself and how well it is you love yourself. Many of us can get into that place where it's like, because it doesn't work on our journey, we start adapting this attitude of like, oh, love, shmuv, like, oh yeah, like, oh, this twin flame journey, yeah, the hell with it. Like, it's all a big joke. And it's like, you discredit yourself. You talk down to yourself, right? So you create mistrust. When you're on this journey, you have to walk the path. You have to walk it with respect and discipline, right? You don't go wish-washy just because stuff doesn't work out with your counterpart, or they're off doing their own thing or figuring out this thing we call life. When you're on the path, you're on the path. Just because things aren't panning out, what, you're going to discredit you? No, you have to still keep taking care of yourself every step of the way, because you're the prize. All right? So I don't know who this was for. I hope you guys enjoyed me and this Maggie poo-poo. Look at the little baby poo-poo. And did you do with your baby? Guys, honestly, the way she cuddles this thing, it's just the cutest. Like, I really can't take it. Like, my My sister's so silly for getting this. Chris, if you're listening, Maggie absolutely loves it. Oh my goodness. Look at you, when you poo baby. All right, guys, we love you so much. I do it because I know some of you in the comments love to hear me talk to this little poo-poo like she's a poo-poo. All right, so we love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Keep your head up. I want you guys to smile. Get your sexy back, all right? Me and Maggie love you, and we will catch you guys in the next reading, okay? All right, love you guys. All right, bye.